I don't remember anything.
All right, cool. I'll just do a small little recap real quick.
You were
Uh,
in the room with all the treasure.
there you
We
go.
had just finished saving the world.
There you go. You guys won D&D. That's right. I forgot. Damn it. All right. To bring us back, we left off with the party deep within the infamous ruins of Thine. After taking a mission to finding Waynon, the son of Forin, who we all know as a member of the Guild of Letters. After days of traveling through the Haverlock Forest, your party found Waynon in bad shape. And in his shape, he had made a request in order to find and save a girl of interest, Trina, which had fled into the ruins after their party of explorers and scholars were attacked by savages that everyone know as marauders. In turn for more pay, your party had agreed to trek deep within the ruins and find Trina. With it, you've met with unexpected creatures, managed to escape deadly traps, solved tricky puzzles, and discovered a small treasure hoard belonging to the infamous Sadius Thine. Among it, you find the journal of Sadius and discover letters written by a Vosrin Zygon. A letter which states events of the past. He made mention of a group called Paragons, who are sacred heralds of the past. He talks about creatures called Voidkins, which were responsible for certain events he dubbed frictions, and that the Paragons, who were to stop these events and Voidkins, abandoned humanity and their oaths. After discovering Thine's treasure and the journals, you continue to venture through the ancient ruins and stumble upon a circular room with a machine placed over what looks like a 10-foot spire of Mikra, and with a team effort unlocked its secret. As you see the Mikra melt away, revealing what looks like two rings floating in place where the spire was once before. You see it floating as if gravity within the area where the spires were located, as if gravity does not exist there. Probably about 6 feet right now. You see these two shiny, looks like silver, maybe a really polished steel.
I mean, they're the size of a ring, like for your finger.
Yes.
Oh, but in that case, I can grab one.
Does Mechanicus know anything before Dumbass just starts grabbing? Like, does he know anything about these? I'm sorry, I'm still in Rick mode. Like, okay, hold on. Let me be nice now.
Go ahead and roll a history check. With the 12. With the 12, you read a lot about discoveries of treasures and within the ruins themselves. Some of them might be just mundane treasures. Some of them, although rare, have come up with some sort of innate properties of arcane power. But to your knowledge, you're not really too sure what you're seeing. You've never witnessed treasure coming from one of these spires of Mikra. This is something totally new. You've never encountered anything in legends and no journals that were written in facts that indicate the Mikra itself be malleable the way you just witnessed.
Okay, so he's gonna let Dumbass grab him.
Yeah. After realizing that he didn't know shit, I shrugged my shoulders like, all right.
Okay,
Reach out for one of the rings.
you reach out. Once you grab that one, that you decide to pick. The other one falls in place. Ching, 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 as you hold on to the other one. Look at it. It's mirror-like. Perhaps it's platinum. Not sure.
Can I investigate this ring?
Sure. And anybody else, or everybody else, what they're doing? As they're witnessing this, you can see, this, like I said, the spire disappear as you see Hellscream reach out for one as the other one bounces off the stone floor. Kind of just rolls like 5 feet.
Is Jillian awake at this point? I thought she was still unconscious.
Yeah, we'll see during the events of the spire had awakened her. Almost forgot she was put to sleep.
I'm just checking on Jillian, so I'm not really paying attention to everything else.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Theo steps on the ring that was kind of rolling away, like he stops it with his foot and like picks it up.
Okay. You pick it up as well. Hellscream, did you roll your investigation check?
I just want to make sure it was investigation, not like.
Sure, yeah, investigation. Theo, you're looking at it, and it, you have a background of creating things, and the knowledge that comes with it baffles you as you're looking at this piece of jewelry, and you're just looking at it. It's almost untarnished. There is no blemish, no scratches. It is almost as if it were like cut from something that cannot be scratched.
So I'm about 5 feet away from Hellscream because you said it rolled 5 feet.
Yeah, sure. Hellscream.
Okay.
Yeah, you looking at it. Just you keep staring at it. It's very shiny. Really high roll. You're definitely just identifying every corner of the ring. You do notice one thing though. There's like, although it's almost flawless, there is some sort of like within the inside of the ring. You do see what looks like sort of runic writing in it.
Oh, dope! I put it on.
All right, you put it on.
He puts it on.
Well, guys,
it fits
fun.
Actually. It fits in your finger. It's surprisingly. I mean, when you first picked it up, it looked really small, but as soon as you put it on, it just slipped right in. It's like putting on the perfect glass slipper.
My precious.
But you don't feel anything. You just feels like a ring. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It's a shiny ring. I mean, it looks pretty on your hand.
I have a chain on me, so I just kind of open my chain and put the ring through it and around my neck.
Okay. Sure, you put the chain in it. You run it. You throw it on.
Yeah.
Looks like a nice little piece of medallion on your chest now.
I'm patting it and looking at everyone for safekeeping.
So Hellscream's wearing one, and you have one around your neck.
That's right.
Yes. Okay. Anything going on with the spire?
The spire, where it once was, disappears into just excuse me. Imagine if you were to cut a tree off, and what's left with a stump, it's kind of like pretty much reminds you of that. And the stump is like deep within it, like the area where it once was. As you can see, the machinery that's around it kind of towering over a little bit. Not that the machines moved, it just sits higher than what was left of the spire. Now it just looks like a solid piece of flat area of Mikra.
Any other suggestions?
I would suggest not to just go around putting on rings like that. They could have very, very bad adverse effects. I read one time of a ring reducing the size of a man's Johnson to microscopic proportions, and he was never able to pleasure a woman nor himself again, just from slipping on a magical ring.
I check my Johnson.
You see Theo kind of like looking over
You-
to like.
You do this like publicly, like, or you just kind of like just step away, and just.
No.
Oh, you just outright. Okay, yeah, you just start reaching down.
Whoa, there's children
I'm
here.
pretty sure you're, Hell
Yeah,
Scream.
Mechanicus is trying to cover Jillian's eyes.
Hell Scream, you feel a little smaller. But you know what? It's a little cold in here, so you might think it's just like the cold might have something to
Cast
do with that.
Outlook on his
It's
face.
playing with your head a little bit. It's like right now,
Cast reduce on his
psychologically, it
Oh,
starts playing with you a little bit. But it's a little chilly in this in deep underground in these ruins. So maybe the shrinkage may be playing with that, playing on
I
it.
cast reduce on his dick.
Goodness. We're gonna start spending spells on penis reductions. Is that what we're doing?
I did not stutter, my boy. I am going to shrivel that thing up like a scared little turtle.
Okay. So if you did it, then there's no saving, right? It's just straight up. Oh, it's a save. It's a con
The
save.
target is unwilling. It can make a Constitution.
Yeah,
save.
so it's a save. Con save. Go ahead and contest his shrinkage. That
Damn,
be
you beat me by 2.
Your old tricks won't work on me, old man.
The Johnson is strong.
as you sit there and speak amongst yourselves, you hear the echo in this large circular room. You do notice that there's a door further north of this circular room. I believe you guys. Did you guys check that door?
No.
Not
No.
this one, no. Now, do we feel like we've had these places of power that we've found? Does this place feel like a place of power, like this little stump thing?
You've been feeling that since you've laid foot in this.
Interesting.
Theo just starts kind of moseying about over there, looking at the ring in his chain, in his palm.
Okay. You just looking at it? You want to try
Well,
to do
he's
anything?
walking towards the opening while he's looking at it.
Oh. Just want to give you a heads up. There is a door here. I just didn't have like anything there. Want to give you a heads up. There's an actual door covering this area here.
Okay. What's on the door? What do I see on the door?
You get to the door. The door looks pretty much same as the other doors you've already encountered within the dungeon. This one looks like it has no indications of mechanisms to either open or close it, though.
So there's hinges, but just there's no knobs.
No, there's no hinges because all the doors you've already encountered in this dungeon slide.
Oh, okay. So it's a flat? There's no opening, nothing on it?
Nothing.
Okay. I wonder if these rings are actually a key to this room. So I start looking around to see where the rings can fit, or my ring can fit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check as you're looking through, trying to keep up, trying to look through all the crevices on this door. And the rest of you guys, what are you doing?
Mechanicus is gonna find somewhere to sit down and just take a break.
Okay. Are you intentionally trying to like go through like a short rest?
Sure.
So just give you a heads up, guys. When you are here, you feel that the hour you take is not a quick rest. It's actually a short rest, and you will benefit from having a short rest, meaning you can go ahead and take and use up your hit die if you need, like as many as you need, for instance.
Alright,
What
I'm
about
gonna be doing
mana
that.
getting back
Say again.
during the short rest? Like mana, how does that work with a short?
Mana.
Yeah.
Basically, you have hit die equal to your level for mana. That's a good roll. So, for instance, we're level 4, so you have you
Four
have
hit die I can roll.
but yeah, but for mana it's D8 plus
Now, is this do
plus your spell modifier.
So if I use my hit die, I get mana back, or I can get health back.
Right.
I'm sorry if you said something, I didn't hear you.
I said yes.
Okay, so it would be 1d8 plus my spell modifier.
Right.
Okay, and does the arcane recovery do anything?
What is oh yeah, you just put it out. Yeah, once per day when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended slot. I'm gonna have to figure out how that works. We'll use we'll use that you get an extra D8 for that for now until I figure out how to convert that, because it talks about
Okay.
spell slots. So
So I'll just get an extra d8. So I'm gonna do. Let's see.
something spell book day when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended recover. You know
So
what?
I'm gonna do one.
So when it says expended spell slots, what you can do is equal the spell slots to the amount you would spend for that spell slot. How about that? You get automatically whatever.
Okay, so I can get a 3 back.
Right. That makes sense, right?
So 6, 3. So I have a 6 spell modifier, or does that just go straight off intelligence? Like
For the
my
hit
spell
die,
attack bonus is 6.
for the hit
But my
die is
intelligence
plus.
is 4.
You have a plus 40 intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be off 4.
Okay, so 4, then 3, so 7. I'm gonna roll 2d8.
Right, and everybody else pretty much doing the same thing. Theo, you're still looking through the stuff. Did you roll a
I
investigation?
rolled a 13.
Oh, 13. With that 13, you're looking around. You're kind of feeling under little crevices you can't see. Let's see if perhaps maybe the rings that you're holding in your hand right now might have anything to do with this door. Fortunately, you don't notice anything that will pertain to as far as like the ring goes. It looks like perhaps that whatever mechanism there is for this door could possibly be on the other side instead. As you realize that you did come into this room by chance, as there was a cave in of as the wall was weakened when the tremors were happening.
Right. So I start walking like around the walls, like just kind of till I'm aiming to the other side, but just kind of doing a perimeter. Um, but before I do that, I kind of have take the chain off and go toward, like, holding the ring out. I'm like pointing it towards Hellscream, like getting closer to him to see if I feel any resistance or anything.
Yeah, you take the chain where the ring is dangling from. You get closer to Hellscream.
Like I'm trying to make contact with the ring,
Right.
like the two rings.
You get closer, and unfortunately, you don't feel any tug, or what you were expecting. Perhaps like they might be some sort of sinking. There's no tell as you're kind of coming back
I
towards
don't feel
Hellscream.
anything.
No, fortunately.
Okay, so I go across the room to the other side and go with that feeling that I had that there might be something on the other side of the room. Should I roll another investigation, or what I see around the other side of the room? Or were you
Go ahead and
referring to
roll.
that opening that I came in?
You're just gonna do like an overall like look, or you're gonna do like an actual like search in one immediate area. What are you trying to do? You trying to get a, like observation, or are you trying to get?
Well, you mentioned something about me having a feeling that across the room there may be something because we came here by chance.
I'm
So
talking
I
about
don't
this
know if that had
the
to do
opening
with
here.
the opening.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about like, remember you guys enter this room after a cave
Right.
in and the wall
Right.
broke through.
Right.
And I'm just saying like from when you're looking at the door here and you don't see any indication of from at least from this side that you can see there's any mechanism for you to open. And perhaps it might be
Okay.
on the other side. This room might be
Right.
This room might just have a one way
This is a
through.
one way. It's
Right.
yeah, gotcha. All right.
Seems we may have to backtrack.
So we can't get through the door?
Doesn't seem so.
I didn't. Yeah, there's no opening to activate the door.
Mechanicus is gonna go look at the door.
All right, Mechanicus. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, now is the door like separate from like does it look like it's separate from the wall? Like it's a separate piece? You know
No.
what I'm saying?
I mean, from the overall, like what you could see there, it's like this. You have this arch, and then the doors lodged in it. Just like the other doors that you've encountered, the doors have either slide or gone down into the earth, like a stone floor.
I gotcha. I want to cast Reduce on the door.
Okay.
I want to shrink the door.
Go ahead and roll. Wait a minute. You can do it on objects, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay. Go ahead and the spell says actually targets it.
Reduce the target's size half in all dimensions and its weight reduced to 1/8 of normal.
Right.
Increases the size by one category. And
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check. And while you're doing that, go ahead and roll 2. Since you have for the other one, go ahead and roll 2 surge as well.
a 23 for the Arcana check.
All right.
And sorry guys, I'm probably fixing to blow us all the fuck up. So 2.
You're good. That last one, you felt like you were on the edge when you cast that. But as you
Be careful.
cast the spell,
on the edge.
you're edging. as you cast and reduce, actually, you feel the essence of the door as you're pretty much pouring your arcane power towards it, and for a split second, you felt like it was about to shrink, and you hear like bending of metal that's like coming from underneath, and for a quick second, it looked like it was about to come down as you see dust falling pieces from the arch in the door that looks like they're about to separate. And you just lose it as it kind of holds back in there. As when you're doing that, you feel that the object of the door itself is actually much larger than what you see in front of you. You feel like the door is actually like larger underneath the stone floor as well. Like it's a large mechanism that for one you just don't understand it, and two that it's greater in size than what you thought it was. And the arcane power and knowledge you needed just wasn't enough.
It's quite interesting. It is quite large, considering how. Yes, we'll probably have to backtrack. I believe the retarded one is right.
Dude, you were so close, dude. I was gonna give you a 25 for that. It was a rough one for the Arcana. I wanted to see if you actually did it. That would have been awesome.
Do I get any of the divination rolls back?
What's the rule for it? Is it long or
It's
short?
a long rest.
Yeah, you're gonna. It's unfortunately you will need to benefit from a long rest. The short rest is plays as normal, and while you're here, you feel, because it already happened to you guys earlier, you have the benefits of a long rest. Like if you sleep your normal 8 hours around this place, and it happened when you guys were in camp outside.
Right. All right. So Theo is kind of like determined now, saying that the Mechanicus was not successful with the door there. He's like, I know where we have to go. Come, and he just kind of does a power walk towards that bridge in the beginning.
Okay. All right. So at this point, you guys start trekking towards the bridge.
To the bridge.
As we're walking, you know, when someone's walked behind you and they kick the bottom of your foot and your leg kind of like jumps up.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that to Mechanicus, like all the way there.
You just feel
Details.
the
Get away from me, you little imp! Stop that! Someone's going to give you a wallop.
feel like you're being like, you just ages and ages ago, you feel like you're being bullied like you were when you were a kid, Mechanicus. Just a small memory of kids trying to bully you come back. Wasn't a good time. The traumatic
When they finally
event.
get to the bridge, Mechanicus looks to her, bends over, gets like nose to nose with her, and says, "If you don't stop that, I will turn you into a frog."
It's been quite some time since she's brushed her teeth, so she's just gonna exhale really loud in his face.
Yum.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, I
Mel-
thought that a frog would probably be an upgrade for what you are. Oh, I'm feeling a bit woozy.
And what are you
Hey.
guys? I'm sorry. Go
Going
ahead.
to sleep.
May. Here, do you see anything? Do you see anything in this ring that would any markings that would resemble those on the floor? And he shows her the ring.
What do I see on the ring?
So
Looking,
you're looking at the ring, and you do a quick inspection of it. You notice right away it's not very hard to see. You do see that there are markings within the inside corner of the ring. There's like a couple of them. But as you look at the rings and you're looking at the symbols on the floor, it does not match. There's a difference between the ones that are on the ring are not really to your forte. Say the ones on the floor, they do resemble markings of Garin.
I do not understand the wordings that are marked into your ring. They don't match the symbols on the floor. You might want to take this to Mechanicus to read. I believe the markings on the floor are something similar to the other room with the pillars that we were in earlier.
Mechanicus, can you read what it says in here?
No, let me see. And you hand him the ring?
Yeah.
So he's got it in his hand, and he's like, there's no writing on it, dear.
You're looking at the ring, you said?
Yep. And he can't see because he's old. So he thinks there's no writing on it. So he gave it back to Theo.
Alright. I take my pistol out, and on the ground would you allow if there's dirt on the ground, like, that I could draw on?
Not really. It's more stone than the dust. I mean, there is some dust, but not enough for you to actually draw something.
God damn it.
Seeing what he's doing, I hand him my charcoal.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh. So I'm going to attempt to kind of transcribe what's on the ring on the floor to the best of my ability for...
Okay. Go ahead and just draw do a overall dexterity check. See if you can just try to get the proper sigils of the way it's written and stuff. I mean, you're looking at it. It's very small, for you to copy properly. But you feel could be a little better. Mechanicus, you know what? As you're looking at this now, at this point, as Theo is showing you, there's a little resemblance to some sort of.
Does he make out a word?
Yeah, it's more about.
Those are my languages.
It's more of a. It's more of a runic. It's not a language, but it's more of a runic inscription. And as you're looking at this, Mechanicus, it very similar likes of a conjuration sigil or a rune.
So it looks like a spell.
I take out. I had earlier made a sketch of the mural in my bag.
Okay.
I mean, it's around the corner there, but
yeah.
Are there any markings
similar to that? Similar to what you're looking at now?
Yeah.
Or like symbols or markings of that mural. The mural didn't have any markings that are either of writing, of language, or runic. It was just pictures. It was just a painting, like a ornate like mural of what looks like some sort of event or idea or something like that. But it didn't have anything of writing.
Okay, and then these tiles, they don't really look like anything familiar in any way.
The tiles right now are glowing. Before they were not.
Are certain ones glowing? Or all of it's glowing?
All of it's glowing now.
I'm going to take a step on the tile.
Okay.
Whoa. Step back.
As you see May at this point, she's just looking at you guys, and she looks down, closes her eyes real quick, deep breath goes through. She takes her first step. Nothing happens. Meliodas is like, whoa, oh, okay. Got me.
Do these runes, like, that he drew, or the ones on the floor, look like anything that Mechanicus has seen as far as, like, like studying magic and stuff, like he'd pull out his magic book.
It's rudimentary. It's like a rudimentary, like, because he didn't really draw it very well, but a rudimentary like writing of school of conjuration.
Or Dillet.
So can Mechanicus make out, like, kind of using his spell book as maybe to translate to pick out certain runes or something? Kind of, can he start like trying to decipher it, or does he feel like
you feel like it's
comprehend languages?
You feel like it's incomplete, actually. That as you're looking at it, you feel like whatever he's written there for as far as like conjuration goes, it doesn't feel like it's everything.
This does not look complete, Theo. You need to finish it.
While they're talking, I'm taking another step forward.
Okay, you take another step forward. Little bit relieved that nothing happened. As you step again, nothing happens. You put another foot forward. You feel like, okay, hey, we've disarmed this. I mean, it was not glowing, now is.
Then I'm gonna make my way to the other side and yell out to everyone, follow in my foot tracks and make it over here. It's safe. I just suggest one at a time.
I'll go.
Okay.
I trust you.
You don't even have to move your tokens, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll explain on the way, and I'll move you guys on the way. As you guys... Oh, who's moving right now? I just want to make sure I know who's moving, first of all. I know Theo.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing?
May,
Okay.
Theo.
Okay. So, Theo, you're not... Or, I'm sorry, Mechanicus and Theo, you guys are kind of just... We're talking. That's as far as the runes go. I'm not sure if you guys kind of settle that.
Oh, well,
Was
he
there
told
not another ring?
Not another ring?
What? Was there not two rings? Because if one ring says this, the other ring might have the rest of the enchantment,
Yes.
the conjuration.
Hellscream.
Maybe that would be complete.
He walks towards Hellscream's hands and kind of takes it out of his hand to look.
The fuck?
I was waiting for him to say something.
Take it easy, big guy. I'm not taking it. You have it back.
She's worth a pretty penny, I'm sure of it.
Hey, have I ever steered you wrong? Have I ever steered you wrong?
There was that one time with the fish.
Yes, but you got a bigger fish.
Lead
just lets him take it off his hand.
Road always leads to bigger fish.
More fish, remember. Then he takes the two rings, like looking at them, and gives it another shot with kind of looking at Mechanicus as he's doing it to see, if he's getting it right.
Okay. So you're looking at the other ring now?
Yeah, both rings.
Okay, so you look at the other ring and you can see that there's difference on the inscription.
Ooh. Like difference in like type of font?
Yeah, like imagine like if it was a different font, but the runic symbol itself is different.
Alright, so then I put the one that I had away and just look at Hellscream's ring.
Okay.
And try to draw that on the floor.
Alright, go ahead and roll another dex check. So this one you've had a little more practice this time. You figured out, how to get through it. And Mechanicus, as you see him finish the rune, you can see that there's there's definitely a completion on a formula here of conjuration. You think you might decipher what's going on between the two, with time, perhaps.
Mechanicus pulls out his spell book and a little bottle of ink and a quill, and he's going to copy these symbols into his spell book so that he can study them later.
Okay. And the rest of you already kind of left, or you guys were waiting?
I'm gonna walk ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I'll
So let's say
turn-
you're at this point, you're right here, halfway through the bridge. And Jillian was following?
Yes.
Yes. Both of you start going
toss the
through.
ring back to Hellscream.
Okay. So Hellscream, you got the ring back, and you throw it back on your finger as you wish. And with the other ring, what do you do with the other one again?
It's on my chain.
Okay. As the two girls in the party continue on, you start to walk past this this catwalk, I would say, of like a bridge, very similar to this pass that you have previously had encountered, where Mechanicus almost fell over, where you can look down and there's just nothing but blackness as you continue. As you keep walking, you see that there's one door right to the very front, right straight ahead, and it looks like there's another door that leads to your right, which is basically to the east part of the map. The one on the one straight, you can see that it looks like it has its normal mechanisms as far as like that you've already encountered as far as opening. The one to the east looks like it's already been opened.
I'm gonna walk over by like this light and just see the opening of the east door, if I can see into that room.
Okay. So yeah, so you pretty much get to here, and you can see that there's another pass that goes straight ahead.
Is the east room kind of lit up or anything?
It has it has a couple of bracers that are kind of lighting up this pass. Doesn't look anything out of the ordinary that you've already encountered.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn back and just see like what's taking the guys.
Okay. At this point, Mechanicus, you pretty much already got that last inscription going. Putting down, you're jotting down on the on your journal or your spellbook.
Theo has walked at this point.
Okay.
Past that tile.
So all the rest of you start walking past the bridge as another tremor erupts. This one is shifting the whole bridge. At this point, the bridge feels like it's shaking. Go ahead and roll, everyone that's on the bridge. Go and roll a dexterity save.
Whoa.
As you start walking and you feel the trembling nature of these tremors that you've been encountering, you feel your feet kind of give way. Some of you stumble onto your knee. Mechanicus, you're at this point like off on the edge, as far as like you're like in a sense of like losing your footing, and you're going towards the edge of the of this overpass. As you fall over right next to Theo.
Peace out, old man.
Oh my god, no.
As a reaction, I cast Featherfall on my.
I was going to say something else before you did that. As you were falling over, half of your body right now is sticking out. As the rest of you can see Mechanicus at this point. Ooh! What do you guys do? As you see Mechanicus right now about to just go right over the edge.
I throw a rope. I throw a rope at him.
Can I, like,
You're gonna just throw a rope quickly because this happens in a split second.
Yeah, just toss it. I mean, I hold. Obviously, I have the other end.
You what?
Oh, shit.
You said you. I'm
Can I
sorry.
have-
What did you say?
Can I run up to him and lasso him with my chain whip?
I'll allow. You know what? Everybody that's gonna try to help right now, go ahead and roll. Everyone roll a.
Initiative, like.
Yeah, I know, right?
this way.
Go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll a dex save or dex check. I'm sorry. 21, 14, 7.
I'm sorry, you said dex check?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll just take that for. I mean, the 17 plus your 2, which is fine. Jillian, you were the one that were there immediately while you were on the bridge. And surprisingly, the smallest form grab a hold onto Mechanicus, holding for dear life. As Mechanicus right now on the edge. Mechanicus, you're basically just staring at pitch black as half your body is over the edge, and you can just see nothing but just darkness. You almost feel like death already took you because of all you're seeing. As you feel the tiny hands of Jillian pull you back up onto the bridge.
So she's like bear hugging me from the back, like on my leg.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So while she's doing that, he like squeezes a fart out in her face.
I let him go.
But as she pulls onto you with the little fart that you left, everyone else pretty much jumps right in afterwards, and everyone's just in the middle of this wafting old man fart right after you pull them from the edge.
What are we all standing around for? We need to get off of this bridge.
Yeah, let's get to a more stable area. I found 2 doors. And I'm gonna help my Canicus up on his.
Thank you, so and so. Let's just make our way forward.
As you continue on, you notice the door in the front, straight ahead. I'm sorry, which has the same mechanical outcroppings of what you've encountered from the previous doors. And to your right, which is towards the east, you can see that there's already an opening to another path.
I go through the north.
You're gonna go straight? You're gonna go to the door straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm directly behind him.
All right. And the rest of you guys pretty much following.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stay close near my Canicus.
Okay. All right, so everybody's pretty much right in front of this door right here. This door is a little different. What you come upon is a large, same metallic nature of the other doors you've encountered, but this one, it's a little heftier, a little bigger. It's more. It feels more like a vault door, and you see on the corner, thick bars all around, strategically placed to lock it in place. At the center, you see a recession, similar to the others, of course, but this one is much deeper. So much deeper that it kind of gets dark in there. It looks like the recession that you normally would place a key is the same in nature, but this one looks as if though you have to put forth your arm through it. And as you look in it, you see you see a green gem. A green gem key reflecting back, which looks like it's already been placed in its receded socket.
Well, that's mine.
Mike, for a quick second, as you're just waiting around and seeing Theo and the rest of them kind of just observing this door, you see a translucent form right to the side of the door. It stands there completely still, almost transfixed, like looking towards it. Another unstabling tremor just comes in as everything starts to shake once again. And after you catch yourself, you look up and you notice that the figure is no longer there.
Who saw this? We all saw this?
Mechanicus.
Okay.
Mechanicus is gonna, like, his. If you remember, his quarterstaff's got like the torch on the end of it, so he's gonna like walk over in that area and he's just kind of like waving it around, looking kind of like this number. Hello, where did you go? Hello, we are not here to hurt you. What are you trying to tell me?
Everyone's looking at Mechanicus. Mechanicus, you get no response.
Is he having one of his episodes, May?
He might be talking to Rupert.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think this is just.
Did the apparition look like, did it have an expression in its face?
You, for a split second, you felt like you saw features, face, and everything.
Was
It
there
almost
any emotion?
it almost
portrayed?
looked, emotion wise, it was so quick that you barely got the chance to like notice if it was trying to emit emotion. It was just like a blink of an eye. But from what you did gather, you, like I said, you did see features. You saw that it has like all the human features in the face. It almost reminded you of yourself for a split second, but you weren't too sure if it was even if it even looked like you. But it reminded you. And what the rest of you are doing as you find this recession with this gem key that was already placed in there.
I'm going for that gem key.
Okay, you reach inside. Just your tiny arms just can't reach all the way in. You feel like you have to like put your whole body a little closer into it, and it sits like a good 4 feet, or like a good 4 feet from the ground. So it's pretty much like as tall as you are.
But do I grab it?
Go ahead and roll. You know what? Go ahead and roll an athletics check to see if you climb properly inside it.
That's a 12.
You climb up there, and then you reach in it. You actually got it. You can feel it. It's so big compared to your tiny hands, but you're pulling on it, and nothing is budging.
I am making the loudest grunts.
You just try to pull. What are you gonna try to do? You just try to pull it, and that's it.
Yeah, like I was gonna try and pull it out.
Nothing happens. Just it doesn't budge. As you're there struggling,
5 minutes.
he's just struggling. You do feel like there's a give with rotating though, as you're just struggling trying to pull it, pry it out. You do feel that there's no resistance for a split second when you twist it.
Oh,
Hellscream, just help the girl out. Just turn her upside down. It might help.
All her coins
I
might come
walk up
out.
to the door. I pick her up from underneath the armpits and just place her down on the ground gently.
But the emerald key.
I got it. I stick my hand inside.
Spiders.
All right. You stick your hand inside. You feel the gem. It's the size of like a softball, slightly bigger. A small cantaloupe.
What was I say? I start pulling, or twisting, or
Nothing happens when you pull, but as soon as you twist, you feel the clink clink for a quick second.
I keep going with the clink clink.
All right, as you keep cranking and
As I
twisting.
go to the second crank, I look back at Neo real quick. I just be ready.
As you get to the apex of your rotation, clink clink, you hear the roaring tremor intensify as the door begins to shift with mechanical noises. The pistons you see that are kind of holding the door in place retract one by one with piercing, clanking sounds like bang, 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 as the door then begins to shift and starts to slide over. As the door disappears into the side, you see what lay before you, another corridor that as you look down, you could see it turn in sight. It resembles much like the earlier corridor that you once, when you first entered the ruins. But this time it's like smooth cobblestone floors that you could see partitions on the floor. These partitions that are kind of curved into each other, like the way these sections are made of the floor. As another tremor erupts, and you could see at this point, as you're looking down this long corridor, you see everything shift, kind of like the floors are pivoting among each other, and it's all connected in this pivoting like snake-like motion. As you're looking down this tunnel, everything shifts and everything kind of glides together, kind of like looking down. It's kind of like when you're looking in a train, and you could see like all the other cars of the train, and each one of them's kind of like moving independently but still stuck together. It kind of it kind of looks like that.
Wow, Hellscream, could you have been any louder?
Yes, actually.
I've heard it.
As you hear the
Is there a sense of dread a little bit? Like, does it feel? Is this more visual, or does it feel like the room is about to collapse?
it doesn't look like it's collapsing, but when you open that door, the roaring sound of the tremor echoes even louder. It feels like you're like you opened the door to the destination of where the tremor perhaps might be coming from.
Jillian's face is just full of disappointment. She wanted that key.
So there's that's that door, and you said there's a doorway to our right, yes?
Right.
So do we head this way or do we go right?
I think the door to the right is probably where it's gonna lead where we were. Bets are that, but let's check it out just to be sure.
I want to go down the wobbly hall.
There will be time for that.
The wobbly. As you guys start heading towards the east side of the chambers of the ruins, you enter through the door, and right away you can see that there's a small corridor, or short one I should say, that leads to another door. As you look at this door, you could tell that there been some sort of destruction on this door. Looks like well, immediately what you notice is that there's a cave-in that's on the side, like lodged itself on this metallic doorway.
Just like warped.
The door's not warped, but you see that there's like stone and debris like against a portion of this door itself.
Oh, like there's no getting to it?
Right.
Or
Okay.
we use somebody really small.
Just to give you a heads up, that door leads to that room you were just in.
Okay.
Alright, I figured as much. I just wanted to be certain.
Back to the other
Back to the
opening.
main door.
You
The
can't
wobbly
use joy
hole.
to like go through those places.
What was that?
It's not what she's here for.
You have little hands and little body. It's useful for something.
Yes. When we
Whoa.
need somebody to search vents, you will always be the chosen one.
No.
Chosen one.
We all have a particular set of skills and abilities. We must accept them.
I'm clearly the most intelligent one here. She looks at Mechanicus.
Hello.
Hello.
Where did you go?
Hello. Hello. As you can hear your echo going through that corridor, Mike. No response, unfortunately.
Well,
Apparently, he wanted us to go this way. Mechanicus is just gonna start walking into the wobbly hall.
well, that old man's got some heavy ones.
I'm still staying kind of close. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, Theo's just kind of raising an eyebrow and just
While
looking
he's-
at the old man.
While he's walking, he's constantly just looking around. He'll stop. Hello, are you here? Do not be afraid. I will not hurt you.
You just get a response of your
Always
echo.
take his herbs.
As you guys continue now at this point, and you guys start pushing through, you continue on. You feel the shift of the earth and stone beneath you slightly as you keep getting this reoccurring tremor that comes along. Sometimes you feel like it's going to be one giant tremor as everything kind of wobbles and shakes, but it just kind of soothes for a quick second as it kind of just goes away. You start to come around the bend at this point, and you come to the mouth of a large chamber. As the lighting flickers from archaic crystal sconces throughout the chambers, you see a large pieces of stone debris scattered, and at the center, what looks like two half-ruined statues, looking as though they had taken damage from all the falling debris. At the far wall, you see what looks like some sort of massive machine made of what could be some sort of metallic stone, from what you can tell. Much larger and intricate than the previous one, from the other machines that you've noticed. This one is massive. As you look upon it, on the top, you see what looks like a taper cone with different symbols, which begins to spin, each one like different sections spinning on each other. The rings turn, like you could see turning in individual paces and sections, and you hear a grinding screech as each one kind of rumble and kick dust among each other. And standing in front of the massive machine, you see a figure, which you see interacting with it, with the machine itself. And about 10 feet away from this figure, you see another one laying completely still, just on the ground. And you hear a frustrating cry from the one that's interacting with the machine, as she stops for a quick second to catch her breath, and right away you notice the rumbling stops as she also stops with the interaction. All the tremors that you've been feeling automatically just stops as soon as she steps away from it. As you see her hunched over, hands on her knees as she's kind of taking a breath. Why won't you? And she stops, looks over to the group. And we can take a quick break. 5 minutes.
Ooh. Right.
Shit.
Mhm.
Stealth of 4.
Yeah, back.
like the hair, Misty.
Thanks. I was getting tired of the blonde.
I got tired of blonde too, so I was gonna like dye it a different color, but the roots wouldn't dye, so I just shaved it. Except for this little island of hair right here.
You should
It's
dye just that part.
No, what I'm trying to do is I'm just gonna do the mullet without the mole. It's just gonna be the let.
Oh, a
Just
skullet.
party in the back all the time. Yeah,
Oh
like
my god, yes. Do it.
like, and I'm gonna get me a dip in my mouth, and then just stay outside till my skin's like lead. And then I'm gonna try to start selling cars, and not new ones, just used ones.
Just living the dream.
It's my dream.
American dream, right there.
Yeah.
You need a tiger too.
No, actually, I'm living my dream right now. I'm my dad's boss. I got him hired at our company, and then a week later, they promoted me to his boss. And so,
That's fine.
yeah.
It's gonna be Thanksgiving. Very interesting. He's a proud father, though.
Yeah, it'd be Thanksgiving. I'll be like, bitch, why you ain't at work?
He throw back.
Yeah, he's coming now. He just grabbed a quick smoke.
What kind?
Black and mild.
Not the fun kind, if that's what you asked. Yeah, I could have done it today, but it will be kind of hard to DM after.
No, I save it for before and after. I did take an edible as well, so.
Oh, you're taking an edible?
Edibles.
Yeah, chocolates.
Dude, that should,
Y'all are making me so jealous.
that should put me on my ass the last time. All right, let's get right back into it. You see a woman, maybe in her mid, slender in build, with really fair skin, light hazel eyes. Kind of sitting on her shoulder, you see wavy, dirty, kind of like dirty blonde hair, which looks unkept. And the unkeptness kind of matching the rest of her appearance, as you can see that she's probably been put through the ringer. She has she's like wearing like a tan travel jacket with like a dark brownish looking trousers with like high boots. And she looks at you and she whips out a wand. Stay back! Stay back! Don't get any closer! Who sent you?
Excuse me. Have you seen the spirit come through here? I'm trying to find him. He was looking this way, and then he disappeared. And I can't seem to find him now.
She's just kind of holding her wand towards the group of you. She's very far from this, from the rest of you. Probably like around 60 feet, so probably more. She looks at you and just kind of just in question. Did the Inquisitor send you?
No. My name is Mechanicus Vandermont, and I am from the Guild of Letters. And I am here looking for a spirit. Have you seen her?
Oh, sweetie, that's not why we're here.
Children only speak when spoken to. You are to be seen, not heard.
As the rest of you kind
Please excuse the rudeness of this street rat. We are trying to domesticate her.
everyone roll a perception check, by the way.
20.
Excuse me. 20. And the rest of you?
Oh.
Yeah, I said everyone. Sorry.
21.
Oh, you got rid of your natural one. Good one.
Hey.
So, Mechanicus and May, as you were conversing with this lady here, excuse me, you notice that the figure that's on the floor next to her, about 10 feet or so, you can tell that there's blood trickling from, looks like a head injury. And it looks to be a human male. And as you observe the figure, you can see that the human male's wearing the same garb and traveler's clothing, as similar to the travelers and explorers out in camp.
Your friend there appears to be injured. I happen to be a physician. Would you like me to take a look at him for you?
No, you stay right there. And she looks over at the figure. Jacob, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. He tried to stop it, but I got this far. I can't.
I don't believe Jacob can hear you. He is bleeding out of his ears. Would you like me to help him?
Jacob is dead. I did
He
not.
definitely cannot hear you.
He looks back at the machine really quick. See, activating this machine is the answer. It's the answer we need. He's just kind of holding her wand towards you.
What question would that machine answer?
The answer to the clergy. It's the answer to fight back.
To fight back against the clergy, the hand of Salil.
She looks at you.
Jillian shouts, "Yeah!"
What did I tell you, you heathen?
Do I recall the name of the female companion that Wayne wanted us to find?
Yeah, all of you know the name, Trina.
So I just go, "Are you by chance Trina?"
She kind of looks at you at this point, just like looking at you, like, who are you? Who are you? How did you know my name?
We came here to find Wayne, and after we stopped the marauders that were outside your camp, he said that you guys were chased in here and he wanted us to find you. So he's waiting for you outside. We need to go back. And I'm gonna slowly walk forward and just staring at the guy that's lying there. I don't really believe that he's dead.
Between you and her, there's like large clunks of rubble, and so large in fact that you would have to kind of like circle around the whole thing.
Okay.
And as she sees you getting a step closer, she just kind of hesitates, puts her wand back up, and she's like, "No, don't get any closer." And she points like towards the group. Look,
I don't care what you're doing with the machine. I just want to check on your friend.
look. I didn't mean to fool him. I mean, I do have feeling for him, but I only tagged along the group to come here for this.
Does she have any visible markings or symbols on her? Like a seal or anything?
No, you don't notice anything, especially from this distance. Like you see, just it's kind of hazy in here from all the dust that's kind of like falling at this point. But there's nothing really, and it's kind of dim as well. But nothing that you can pick up. I'm sorry, from like this distance.
During this whole time, Theo's actually not even worried about the girl. He's just like transfixed on this machine. And he's just trying to figure out the purpose of this machine from wherever he's at.
Um,
So you said you fear the clergy, and it's a little correct.
yes, we all do. Everyone that shows and expresses
Especially-
arcane nature,
Have,
they're a blight.
I share in that gift, so I understand your fear.
You share that gift and you are part of the guild?
Yes.
don't. Hold me. In my travels with my previous companions,
Mm-hmm.
have I heard anything about a machine?
You know what? Go ahead and roll a history check. You know, I can't for the life of me remember.
Oof, 7.
7.
You don't have to.
Unfortunately, no, it has nothing to do with that. Actually, there's something else that plays into this. Crap, and Misty, you and I have spoken
We have.
about this. Um, as she's looking at the lot of you at this point, she's kind of observing you at this point, and she looks like she's kind of starting to get overwhelmed. She's starting to see like you have like Hellscream standing there, you have Theo and Meliodas. Listen, I'm gonna get on this machine, and you will not stop me. You do not go in my way. Nothing will. As she turns around, and as she does so, you see an arcing tether just comes out. As the tether disappears, and the rumbling starts again. You feel the floor at this point stronger than ever. The trembling and the shaking of the ground, the piercing sounds, just filling right now in your ear as you see the grinding parts of stone and metal from this machine as it lights up, glowing with arcane energy with all sorts of different colors. As she's at this point deep into what looks like she's deep into another phase of the interaction as things start to shift in color and even sounds begin to shift as well. And you start to see her like cry and like in these screeching sounds as she's like struggling to like surpass something as she's trying to manipulate whatever she has in front of her.
So she's really preoccupied of what she's doing.
Right. And everything right now is kind of shaking and trembling until you start seeing movement coming from the center of the ground. Coming from the center where all the rubble and all the stone had just kind of fallen, debris had fallen upon. You see one of the stone statues that kind of just kind of start to shift and start to look towards your direction. And you see these arcane energy just kind of flowing through it and its eyes glowing green. And the statue kind of just looks at the lot of you and starts to, out of nowhere, just crumble as you see pieces of it just fall off. But in the middle, you start seeing what looks like another piece of stone just lifting, hulking in mass. As you begin to see what looks like a giant statue mobilizing.
It's a golem. Golem.
As it starts to look at the rest of you, we are gonna go and roll initiative.
Oh,
Something told me.
Hold on, guys.
How big is this thing?
It's large.
Ooh, a hex map. Oh shit.
Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. Not waiting for you. Is that everybody? I was gonna roll initiative for you guys, but you guys did it, so all good.
Yeah, you can roll initiative for us. No problem.
Nah, no.
Oh wait, it's last. They got a 5. Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, that's everybody, right? Just want to make sure. You see yourself in the list?
Meliodas isn't on the list.
Oh yes, we'll do that for him as he reacts quickest. All right. Oh, you fucking crits. Say again?
I rolled. It didn't show up. It keeps doing that.
That's weird. What'd you roll?
Targeting your icon?
What did you roll?
14.
A 14. There you go. Oh, not a 4. Oh. All right.
15 would have been the same spot.
As Meliodas kind of looks at the group, it's, what do we do? As you see this giant, hulking-looking, massive stone creature start to mobilize and look with piercing, glowing eyes towards you. As you see this giant, what you would imagine mechanical nature. And he just kind of just looks around, and he's just like, oh shit. And what does he have? Let's see. I don't know how to play him. So.
Well, I was kind of looking at his things here. I rolled a hit die for him because we didn't do that before.
Oh, I think I don't remember if he had any left because he had.
He did.
He did. Okay. All right. And oh, you're taking advantage. You're using him. I'm sorry. You're using him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and do as you must.
Do a better job with him because I'm not familiar with his character sheet here.
I'm not either, so. That's...
Okay, I'm just looking at.
Yeah, I mean he has like the rights and stuff like that, and he has a.
Those are bonus actions that like are. As a bonus action, yeah.
Right.
So he's gonna take the bonus action now and use his Crimson Right.
Okay. As he
do I have to roll anything?
As he like cuts himself, go ahead and roll damage to yourself. If I'm not mistaken, you're supposed to roll
1d4.
1d4, yeah. As he takes 3 damage, and at this point ignites his blade as he runs his hand over his blade. And right now he has a blade in flames. I'm not sure what blade you're using for him.
It's going to be his rapier.
His rapier? Okay.
I like the sound of rapier better.
Rapier.
Rapier.
Do you have to choose the primal right now? Does it matter?
Not right now. I don't think so.
No problem. So he'll just default with the fire.
It's not as good as my music from last week.
Did you have music last
He
week?
rushes over to his right,
Okay.
and he's kind of like trying to, like very Jack Sparrowy, kind of like trying to like stab into one of the crooks, like nicks in the his stone body.
Okay.
Let's see. For a 10.
Okay, so for a 10, unfortunately, as he lunges towards him and he swings his rapier around and as it kind of bounces off his stone body, as you see the stone golem at this point just kind of slowly looks at him, like with a grumbling sound. I'm assuming that's gonna be the end of his turn.
The end of his turn. No.
All right, who's next? May, you're next.
Following his lead, I'll move over here.
Whoa.
I'm going to do that. So I have my chain whip in my hand.
Okay.
And I'm gonna strike it 6.
17. As you what is that? Yeah, you're there flanking him. As you get to the other side of his back, and you just strike him with the unarmed strike, and just as you hit with your fist, you just feel nothing but just like if you're just hitting a stone wall. As you hit him in an area, then you feel like you've probably hit him in a vital area, but as he looks at you, it looks like he didn't take any damage from that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Got high AC.
She hit it. Just want to give you a heads up. Theo, you're up.
What's the heads up?
Say again?
What's the heads up?
No, I was saying I'll just give you a heads up. She actually hit the target. But whatever damage she inflicted did nothing to it.
Okay. Trina. Seeing he's gonna shout, This is magical. We can't fight brute strength with magic. So he runs. And he shoots at Trina.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack. $15. As you square up, as you point your weapon towards her, and you feel like you got her right in your sights, and as you fire, and you see your shot look like right in front of her. You see what looks like it ricocheted, and as it does so, you see this giant sphere that suddenly just kind of like looks like it appears after you try to penetrate through, which looks like there's a sphere that's covering her whole section that she's in as she's interacting with this machine. But as you fired it, you felt like you missed her because of this force field that's in front of her, but it looks like the force field itself took damage as well.
Okay.
That's gonna be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
All right. Hellscream.
So after seeing Theo in action, Hellscream, I grin, you know, I put a smile on my face. Not like you can tell. I'll keep the golem busy, focused on the witch. And in doing so, it's 25.
All right.
We're going to cast Hex on the golem.
Okay, you're gonna use a bonus action to Hex.
Yes.
All right. As you can see in your mind's eye, you see the sigil like kind of just like hovers over the golem at this point, showing you that you just hexed it.
And in doing so, I will use Booming Blade.
All right. Go ahead and make your melee attack.
$24.
24. So with a 24, you imbue your weapon with this force of nature. As you strike down, and you see you just rip parts of the stone from this golem as you successfully hit him.
And then Hex is 1d6.
Go ahead and roll another d6.
He hit him?
Yeah. Get an extra.
I'm just gonna say it's nice having you back, man.
And that's gonna be the end of your turn?
Yes, it shall be.
All right. And it's Trina's turn. As she looks back at you, Theo, after you fired towards her, she looks back, and she looks right toward the machine again. As you see her shift in motion, and you hear her cry, "Ah!" as a giant wave splashes all over the whole chamber. Everyone make a Constitution check. A save. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Damn.
oh boy.
13.
14.
17.
18, baby. And Theo crit.
Yeah, it's lovely. So, as you see this wave just comes from this machine, it's specifically in the center, the center of mass is basically where Trina is. You feel this wave just push you back, just blow blow you back like a couple of feet. Theo, you just basically leaned into it as you saw it coming, as you just took the blunt of it. And basically just stood your ground. Everyone else, you moved like a foot back, but not far enough to change your position. Jillian, on the other hand, you get knocked back 10 feet, and you are prone right now, and you take 5 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
Jesus.
Ouch.
Right, she flipped on that rock. Dang.
Is Jillian okay?
Julian's fine.
Alright.
Mechanicus, you're up.
Mechanicus is gonna start hobbling forward. Trina, you need to stop this. We're not here to hurt you. And he's gonna move 30 feet forward.
Okay.
Over by Theo, and as he's walking, he throws his hand out like that toward the goal, and I'm going to reduce its size. He needs to do a con save and beat a 14.
14.
It'll have
Natural 18.
oh damn.
Yeah, it's rough on a golem.
That was natural 18. I didn't even add his stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, which is a +5, by the way. Yeah, as you just kind of look at it, I'm seeing your wizardly incantations. It just bounces right off of him.
That's his turn.
Okay, Mechanicus, that was your turn. Jillian, as you dust yourself at this point as you get off the floor after that blast. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna run up 25 feet and then I'm gonna cast Shatter on. Oh, dude.
Okay, where's gonna be the point of origin of Shatter?
I'm gonna try directly in the middle where he is.
All right, so I'm gonna need everybody to.
What's with this? Oh my god.
Sorry, guys.
Hurt.
I got hit and that made me mad.
Everyone roll a Constitution saving throw. What's the DC, by the way?
12.
12.
Everyone?
Everyone. Let me see. How long is it? I mean, not long. How large? 10 feet. Point of origin is going to be from here. So basically, everyone that's next to the golem is going to roll. Natural 16. What was the DC again?
12.
Okay, so it looks like... Does it take half? Oh yeah, it takes half. Okay. So it takes 6 damage as you see parts of its body just start to crumble away. You start seeing like parts of the arcane energy inside just splutter all over.
I will scream in rage, but not looking at the golem, looking at Trina over there in the back, like bit. Same side. Samesies. Friends.
Wait, what was your role?
Whose?
A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage.
Oh,
Saving throw.
I'll roll again.
Yeah,
That's
was
right.
why I was thinking about Shadow.
Natural 17.
God damn.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
So it's still taking the same damage, yeah.
Yo, put the dice away, man. Use roll.
I actually roll better on roll 20, to believe it or not. I roll a lot of ones with the fucking dice. Okay. And I'm sorry, you said you started screaming at Trina? What did you say?
Nothing. Like it's just like I made it very obvious that I cast a spell.
Okay.
But I'm like rage, anger.
Okay, gotcha.
A little man syndrome.
Alright. She just looks back, and she keeps looking at the machine, keeps looking back, just trying to see who's trying to attack her. That's gonna be the end of your turn?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, next up is the golem. As at this point it just looks over at Meliodas, May, and Hellscream. It's gonna look at a Hellscream and it's gonna make a slamming attack. That was with roll 20, by the way. It was 18 to hit.
18?
Yes.
I mean, don't listen to us. Use your dice.
You have the +2. Jesus.
First of all, right before he attacks you, Hellscream, you notice that the golem looks like it's partially not built, but like impartial. Like you see these parts of it missing. Like for instance, like half of his arm is gone, and when it shifts around, you could tell that one of its legs are kind of like in a limp state because it just looks like its majority of his like parts of it's crumbled, and he's kind of just like doing with what he can. It looks like it's already taken damage, put it that way. But you take You take 15 bludgeoning damage as it comes down, slamming at you. And it's gonna look at what? Even wrong. To look at you, May.
Surge dice. I don't remember.
Say again.
What was the chaotic surge dice?
I think
for?
you were at a 6 right now. A D6.
Six,
Yeah.
okay.
May.
Mm-hmm.
After you see the golem slam down at Hellscream, you see it shift towards you, and you see flashing eyes. You see the eyes kind of just emitting, and then a flash of green. As Hellscream right next to you, you see May disappear.
What? Friend.
And May, you were once looking at the golem, and then you're just looking right now straight into the machine as you get shifted all the way to the circle. And, and that's going to be the end of its turn. Next up, Meliodas.
What's
It's like negative 6 damage. You looking at Meliodas stuff, Migo? Alright. Remember,
I've been looking at it. The right of the Crimson Right just gives them a
D4 fire damage, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It's just it adds additional G4. Okay. If he hits.
right. You gonna go ahead and swing with your rapier?
Yeah. He's gonna just keep. He's gonna take. He's a dual wielder, so he's gonna take out 2 weapons and have the.
Okay.
So he could have one main attack and then he gets another attack, right?
Right, as a bonus action, right.
Yeah. Okay. So he,
Alright, go ahead. So with the offhand, what are you gonna use? You're gonna use the
the Qatar.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, just king pang. He's just not finding a spot that's vulnerable.
Hey, what's going on here? This guy's invincible.
May. I'm assuming that was Meliodas' turn, right? Alright, May, you're up.
Yeah. I'm going to move as far as towards. That's 40.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Did I notice when the bullet that shot?
I'd say you were too engaged. You
was
were
too
too engaged with the golem during that point.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend a key point and do Step of the Wind
Okay.
and dash next to her.
Okay, so you're gonna go run up to her at this point, and 5 feet in front of her, you just go as you like run into like a glass door, as you like hit you hit pretty much like this invisible force field.
Okay.
Yeah, you're sitting like 5 feet, like it's pretty much like 5 feet around her is this force field, so you're like technically 10 from her.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
I rolled a 1, by the way. I didn't roll whenever I did that spell.
Oh, okay. So you can either roll roll a d20. Put it that way. So I believe it's your choice. So I'm looking at it. You can either take mana burn or you can take surge damage.
How much mana burn?
How much did you spend on that spell?
3.
Yeah, I believe. Oh, actually, what's the level of the spell? Not how much you spend.
2.
Yeah, so you take 2.
All right, I'll do that.
All right. And that's gonna be the end of the turn, right? Right, May?
Yes, yes.
Didn't you say you did Step of the Wind?
Uh-huh.
That means you still have an action. Step of the Wind is a
Oh.
bonus action.
Okay. Then I am going to.
Yeah, as soon as you get there,
target.
you feel this force field like kind of like, you know, you're pretty much miming it at this point. It's like, oh shit.
Okay, yeah. I unarmed striked it. I hit it.
Okay, go ahead. Actually, a 10 is what you needed. As you just as you strike through, you see the a wave of effect like all over as you slam your fist against it. She just kind of looks back at you. Stay back.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
All right, Theo, you're up.
Trina, if you don't stop this, I am going to give me no choice but to harm you.
He just looks back. No one's gonna stop me! This must happen!
So he runs over. He kind of just shakes his head and he's like, "I can't do anything. I can't. And
Remember, your shots fire.
what's that?
Remember that your weapon is fire. Not your main weapon is fire damage.
Right. Okay. So he's gonna whip out his scimitar. Just give this a swing at him with advantage. Right. Okay. I don't need it. 24.
24 hits, but as you strike down with the scimitar, just sparks come off of him. Nothing. Doesn't look like it affected him.
Okay. So then he just he shoots
A point blank shot.
Yeah, right into like the sternum. He like waits
16.
for an angle.
With the 16, you just hit him. As you strike with the scimitar and then pop one off, you see the fire just crumble parts of this of his stone exterior, and you see the arcanic energy just right now just kind of going crazy at this point. Everyone that can see it starts to see the threads coming from the golem. You see this thread right now just kind of waving from him. That's gonna be the end of your turn. Anyone that's a spellcaster could see it.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, how much? Hold on. I was like here. I'm actually gonna step back, disengage.
You need a bonus action for that, which you already used. I mean, not even a bonus action. That's a regular action.
That's an action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because only rogues can do it. Rogues and monks can do it as a bonus.
Good to know. Alright. Then I can move, right?
You can move. Yeah, you can definitely. You can keep whatever movement you have. You still can do it. Okay. and as you step away after you shot him with that with your gun, he just looks back and just does like a back swipe with his arm. For 26 to hit.
That hits.
And you take 19 bludgeoning damage as it smacks the back of you.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
That hurt Theo really badly.
And that's gonna be the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hellscream. You just saw Theo just get his ass just handed to him right after you did.
I yelled to the old man, is there a way we can break these tethers?
The old man yells to the DM. Does the old man know a way to break these tethers?
Hellscream, you saw the rest of the casters interact with the tethers. You know that there's a way to interact with it. I would say that since it's out of his turn, he didn't answer you. But that's pretty much what I can give you for now.
Well, like I said, I'll keep the fucking going busy. As I limp. How do we want to do this? Alright. For obvious reasons. Using my second wind.
Second wind. Nice. +1. That's 10. Oh no, I'm sorry, not +1, +4. 13 altogether.
Is this a bonus action as well? Yes, that is a bonus action.
Remember, you can do 2 bonus actions. You just can't do 2 actions.
2 bonus actions and 1 action?
I'm saying you can't do two actions, but you can do 2 bonus actions. You can use your action to do a bonus action, is what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha.
What are you doing?
An action surge isn't like a bonus action or an action.
You want an action surge? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, action surge. It's just
Well, you're using your action to create the action surge, so it really just negates it, in my opinion.
No, I meant like, do I need to use an action to use the action surge or a bonus action? I forget.
What does the action surge say again?
It's just an extra action.
Yeah, but I think he needs to use a bonus action to use it.
Second wind is a bonus.
Once you use this feature. Okay, it says here starting. Oh no, you can just use it, right? Take condition.
Yeah.
Regular action, possible no, it says possible bonus. Wait. No, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can just use it. Right? Am I reading it right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
can use it at any time.
Right. So you can just use it. So basically, you can just give yourself 2 actions right now.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do next is then use my fighting spirit.
Okay. Which is a bonus action. You can give yourself advantage on weapon attack and rolls until the end of the current turn. You can do so, you gain 5 temporary hit points, and the number of temporary hit points increase to reach certain levels. And okay, I see. So you up to 5 more temp.
Use my action surge
Okay.
and attack this little fucker. I don't know why it took so long.
17 hits. As you strike down with Sunrise, which Sunrise is imbued, as you know, it is a sentient weapon, which is magical. As you strike down 4 damage, as you chip off from the golem, you actually do hurt it.
And then the hex damage.
Ooh, that's right. At this point, it's just you see the spluttering, even more chaotic. The arcanic energy just kind of just emanating from him. Anyone that could see it. The tether just grows even longer. Point.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Trina's turn as she looks back. Just stay! Leave! Leave me alone! As she's, again, just kind of just forcing this the will of the machine as another shockwave just blasts from her side. Everyone make a con save.
15.
14.
Fucking 9.
Ah, got a 6.
No!
Good
Hell
game,
Scream.
guys. Rip Misty.
Jillian. Hellscream, you get knocked back 10 feet. And you take 2 damage.
That's bad.
Jillian, you get knocked back 10 feet. You take 6 damage. 6 bludgeoning,
God.
both. As you are both prone.
God damn it.
As the rest of you just held up. Even Mechanicus, can't believe, by 1.
Which 10 feet which way?
Away from her, basically. So basically, like, back this way, like that. Like, right here. Okay. And that's Trina's turn. Next up, Mechanicus.
Does Mechanicus think that he can control these tethers?
The tether is, like, whipping around. You've already encountered these tethers before. You kind of already starting to familiarize yourself with it. You feel
So,
like you could reach.
Like, does it feel like he could take control of the golem?
You feel like you can connect yourself to whatever arcanic power that's happening right now. You're not too sure about, because you're not connected to him. You don't know if you can control him or not.
YOLO. Trina, it does not have to be this way. We are here to help you, not stop you. And then he just reaches his hand out and, like, calls the tether to himself and starts trying to, I guess, embrace it like he did with the wand.
Okay. So as you look towards it, you start to, this tether is kind of like whipping everywhere as you start reaching out and you connect to it. And as you start to feel the essence of arcanic energy within the golem, that's connected to the aura that's emanating from this whole room, you start searching and searching. You feel a weakness within the golem as you do so. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
24.
Shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a 10d6.
Fail it.
28.
As you connect yourself to this golem, you start to search through it, and you start to notice its weak points. As you can see, the unstable arcanic nature that's controlling it, and you pull on this tether, and you pull on this on basically its life essence, and you pull hard enough, as you could see, the arcanic nature of this golem just kind of starts escaping, and you see when you look visually at the golem, you start seeing parts of it just shatter. And you can just see right now that the golem is like in bad shape, as it took damn near 30 damage just now.
Oh, nice.
And as you do so, and you see the shattering of the golem itself, the tether disappears.
So he lost control over it.
He didn't lose control. He basically found a weak point and just basically like surgically just like, yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. So as this happens, like while this is happening, if y'all look at Mechanicus, y'all can kind of see like this blue light shooting out of his eyes, and then whenever all of a sudden he just kind of like stops and staggers back, and tries to catch himself, and y'all see him kind of doubled over with his hands on his knees, breathing heavy, and that'll...
The shattering, yeah, pretty much the shattering. Yeah, everyone like basically see like Mechanicus at this point just like normal. He's winded old man. And that's gonna be the end of your turn, right?
Correct.
All right, Gillian, you're up as you're once again on the ground, starting your turn.
Yeah, use my action to stand the fuck up.
It's half your movement.
I know. I'm gonna like heal myself because I can't take another one of those hits.
All right, as you get up and do so. For 3 healing damage, you feel oh no, it's not 3. I just saw on the top part. 13.
Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
13 healing. As you feel yourself slightly rejuvenated at this point. And you get back up. What do you do? It's gonna be the end of it? No bonus action or anything?
I used the rest of my action to move a little, like my movement to move a little forward, but then
Okay.
that's all I got.
You don't have bonus actions?
I do, actually.
Here you go. Don't forget about your bonus actions.
Who's next? Meliodas. Boom. Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration for Melly. Alright. As you give him I guess you sing a little jib. And that's gonna be the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Can you post that?
Inspired. It's a... Yes.
It's just
hold on.
advantage
No, it's a 1d6.
just to a roll.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. It's the golem's
Yeah,
turn.
for 10 minutes.
As the golem kind of looks at Theo after he just smacked him. He looks over at Meliodas. Everyone sees his eyes eyes grow and just flash green as Meliodas ends up in the circle. As he disappears in front of your eyes and he reappears all the way on the
What?
top.
Wait, what? What? You'll pay for that.
As that's considered a Lyra action, by the way. As he starts to walk towards you, Theo.
How far was he from me?
I think he was more than 10 feet because you flew 10 feet. Actually, no. He was right here. Hold on, let me see. I think he might be right in the range, man. Yeah.
Give me that.
Go ahead and smack him.
Get him.
Back.
All you see is sparks as the glaive just kind of grazes over him. as he walks over to Meliodas, and you just see him raise his arm,
Yeah.
coming down. I mean, sorry, Theo. Yeah. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That hits.
Shit.
What was that?
That's a hit.
Okay, and that is 14 bludgeoning damage as he just comes down.
0.
Uh-oh.
As everyone
Down.
witnesses right now, as the golem just comes down at Theo as he slams him down. Theo just hits the ground. You see his sword and his gun just slide like 5 feet from him as he's unconscious at the moment.
That's a sad sight.
Meliodas. Meliodas' turn. That's your go again, Miguel.
Sorry.
No worries,
All
man.
right.
Just want to make sure you heard me.
He has bardic inspiration.
I know. He's gonna Okay, he's gonna use his cunning action to do a dash.
Okay.
That would be
Yeah, he makes enough to get right onto him.
You can't get away from me. He will have advantage now.
He will? From what? You're unconscious, man. Doesn't count.
Oh, snap. I don't need advantage. He's gonna with his fiery rapier.
All right, rapier.
Rapier.
It hits. So
Yeah.
as he strikes down, go ahead and roll 1d4. As he Oh wait,
three.
no, that's a 4. Yeah, okay.
D4.
So 3. So as he strikes down, the piercing blade does nothing but his ignited flame actually strikes, and also the sneak attack goes into effect as well as you smack him forward. 11 altogether.
No, 11 and so the piercing doesn't
No,
count?
his weapon is not magical.
Okay.
Reduce damage.
He's
Okay,
immune.
sure.
He's immune. He is immune to poison, psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons that are not adamantine.
Oh, where's Wolverine when you need him? Alright. So 11, alright.
And that's gonna be the end of his turn. I'm assuming since he used his bonus action to run.
Yeah, but he doesn't have. Okay. Well, he doesn't have action surge. Alright.
No, he's
That's
not a
weird.
fighter. He's a rogue.
He's
He's a rogue blood hunter. He's a rogue and blood hunter.
Fuck him, yo. Fuck that. Alright.
All right, and that's the end of his turn. May, you're up.
I'm gonna step back up and unarmed strike that bubble,
Okay.
trying to break through it.
Okay. You're still kind of like, I'm gonna place you like right here because basically from her 5 feet around is the bubble.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll an attack. Oh, 17. 17 strikes again as you just go towards it. Remember, you have unarmed as well. I mean, not unarmed. You have us offhand. You can
Yeah,
offhand as well. Yeah.
Just was seeing how it is.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay, gotcha.
blow a key point then and do flurry of blows.
Okay. The 17 hits, 16 hits as well. The 8 misses. You can hold on to the 8, by the way, because after you hit it with that 5 extra bludgeoning damage, you see the sphere around her just fizzle, and just basically the arcane energy you see around her dissipates and falls.
Okay, I am gonna just get right up in her face then.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I've rolled the 8 because I would hit her again anyways. Flurry of blows, but I don't have anything else.
You can. I would have you re-roll the last flurry of blows because since you just kind of rolled it at what you did. An 8 unfortunately misses.
The ball
It was
don't
meant to be.
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be an 8, I guess. All right, and that's gonna be the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
All right, Theo, go ahead and roll a death save. Ooh, you passed. Got 1 success.
Yeah.
And Hellscream, you're up.
You hear Theo like gasp for air a little bit, like.
I don't have any potions or anything like that.
The golem is looking rough.
I reached the golem from there, yes?
Say again?
I reached the golem from there, yes?
You should be able to reach the golem, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he is.
Yeah, that's part of his. Basically, all of this right here is his. Whatchamacallit, his wheelhouse.
Alright. Taking my slice, so let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to use Booming Blade.
All right, go ahead.
Is that advantage?
I'd say if you positioned yourself a different angle, you would have definitely gotten advantage. So if that's what you were trying to do, I'd say you move a little bit higher, like up here. Yeah, that would have been given you advantage. If you were trying to.
That was.
So that definitely hits. For 13 slashing damage. It is looking rough. And an
That's
extra
the hex damage.
extra. Okay, that is 16 altogether. It's basically up with like just a couple of stones holding it together at this point.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Oh shit, you're not gonna use your bonus? Oh. Yeah, you still have a bonus action.
Booming Blade is not a.
Oh, it's right, you did Booming Blade. I'm sorry, I didn't see it on the screen and I didn't notice that you did use it. Never mind. Okay. That's gonna be the end of your turn. Trina is up next. As she looks back at you, May. Why don't you just leave? As she just shifts once again. Everyone roll Constitution save.
This bitch.
17.
15.
Theo,
14.
Theo,
Does Theo have to roll?
you don't even roll, man. You just
Does he auto fail?
so it's not an attack,
Oh.
so it's not gonna hit him.
Are you sure it sure does?
It
hurt
does.
every time she
It
does
does. It. You know what? He. You see him roll from the blasto, but it doesn't really. Like you see his body just go. Just like.
Is it rolling down the stairs and closer to me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Hell scream. You fall back 10 feet
God damn it.
from this bitch, so you go back about here or here. We choose one, and you take. Oh shit!
1.
Drop it. You take 2, fucker.
I'll take that.
2 bludgeoning damage. Mechanicus. I can't believe Mechanicus is fucking saving that shit too with one constitution for the save. This motherfucker still has not taken damage. What the fuck? I'm fucking throwing AoEs and he's still fucking avoiding it. What kind of shit is this?
Oh man, look.
I'm not even targeting him. I'm targeting everybody, and he's still fucking avoiding it. The fuck?
Mechanicus kind of like pops his head up real quick, and you can see like this look on his face that Mechanicus is getting tired of this shit. And he tells Trina, Trina, if you do not stop this, no, screw it. And he holds his hand out, and as he holds his hand out, his other hand goes into his pouch, and he pulls out a small piece of fleece. He says, "Oak es realis," and snakes are gonna come out of her belt and wrap around her. Constrictor snakes as I cast Phantasmal Force.
Woo! Oh boy, here it goes. What is the
14.
What is the save again?
14, and it's trying to.
No.
restrict-
What is the ability? It's intelligence. All right. She rolls a natural 17.
Alright.
As she saw like pretty much through your ruse as you start to begin the incantations, and she just shrugs it off as she looks back towards the machine once again. And that's gonna be the end of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jillian.
I'm getting tired of this bitch.
Jillian. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna put that bitch to sleep.
Holy a shit! All right, hold on. How much is that? That is.
I believe the golem is also in my line of sight, so
Oh, wait, does that
It affects the lowest health first, so you would like pick a point, and then everything in that area gets affected. But like if they had 10 health and the girl had 12, then
May.
you would go to sleep.
So as you're about to
Oh
get
my
that
God.
strike, you're looking right at Trina, and it was like, all right, this bitch doesn't see me. As you're about to go drop the fucking people's elbow on her, and as you do so, boom, you just fall to the ground.
Why?
In a dream state right now.
I mean, whoops, I forgot about friendly fire, so
I was gonna drop that bitch. What? I was there.
As you see, as the party sees right now, everyone sees May snoozing during combat right now. Alright, let's do that.
I'm gonna move up 25 feet. Is the golem asleep too?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ! I'm sorry,
Oh wait,
guys. I'm just
it's immune. It's immune to charm, exhaustion, frighten, paralyzed, petrified, and poison.
so literally everything.
Yeah.
Not sleep.
Hold on, I'm trying to look. What is sleep though? Isn't sleep a charm spell?
Doesn't sleep that total
Yeah,
number
it
goes
is.
by?
Sleep is a charm
It's
spell.
Immune to
Yeah,
charms
so-
aren't affected by this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a charm spell.
It's 27. So once whatever May's health is at, the leftover rolls over to the next person with the lowest health. And if it like knocks them out, and then it keeps going.
Right, but it could only affect one person because there was not enough to cover everyone's HP. So basically the other people didn't get affected because there wasn't enough.
Cool. Sorry, May. I was trying. I was like, this bitch going down.
I was gonna slam her face into the control.
After she broke through the fucking force field.
My bad.
Someone's gonna have to run up to May and kick her to wake her up.
Throw something at me.
She's like sleeping next to Theo's like dead body.
End of turn.
All right, end of turn. The Gollum, as it shifts, and looks over at Meliodas. It rolls a natural fucking 1. As it just raises its giant fist, slams into the ground as Meliodas just quickly, nimbly gets out of the way.
And gives him advantage for the next. Because he rolled a 1.
No, we don't play those games here.
Damn it.
You know what? He's gonna use this action, the lair action actually, to just flash with his eyes. Meliodas ends up on the southern circle.
What? Not again?
As it starts to charge towards the little wee halfling.
What up? Bring it.
No.
And that's gonna be the end of its turn.
Oh,
7 damage.
hit me. I taunt it.
Isn't it immune to physical damage?
Say again. 7 damage from what?
Booming blade.
Oh shit, it's force damage! Dude! Yo, I should take a picture of how much health he has.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm not fucking kidding. Fuck. Why my camera not working?
No picture, it didn't happen.
I know, right? Here he goes.
What is that? 7?
7 fucking damage. Left. 7 health. As it starts to move, you just hear a shocking, put it this way, a slamming sound, a thunder sound coming from him, as his legs give way underneath him. As every step he tries to make is basically him crumbling into pieces, as he lays in rubble right in front of Jillian.
She shouts at it. Yeah, that's what you get. Take that, bruh.
Holy
Almighty Jillian.
Mechanicus yells to.
They crumble in fear at my feet. They crumble.
Meliodas, you're up.
Wow, he says, well, I was going to run at him. He's going to dash towards Trina and tackle her.
Since you're gonna dash, it's gonna take an action. No, you have cunning.
Yeah, I have cunning action.
Yeah.
So I get up to her and tackle her.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Not an attack. Athletics check.
Athletics check.
Yeah, I already. Oh wow! I didn't even have to show you how much I rolled. Never mind. As you do so, you start running and you charge. She looks at you real quick. She sidesteps as Meliodas goes right through her, almost like bashing his face into the machine behind her. And that's gonna be the end of Melly's turn, I'm assuming. May, you just
I'm sound asleep.
sleeping. You're having a great rest.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
having a lot of you needed this rest. Put it that way. You needed it, girl. You are pampered right now. Theo, roll another
Living
death
it up.
save. Woo! Theo,
Meeting?
you just suck in breath air as you come and wake up and you're looking around. You see this energy, this chaos that's happening. You're up with 1 hit point.
Nice. All right.
And that's going to be the end of your turn, unfortunately, since your turn
Wait.
ends with the death save.
Wait. I can't use my second wind.
Unfortunately, you cannot.
That's
Not with a death save. Hell Scream. The battle looks like it's almost over. What do you do?
I actually like this. It should be 25. No. Let's do 20.
All right.
Alright. If I was to kick May, is that like a bonus action and an action?
I'll give you a bonus action for the kick because
It's a spell. I'll respect that.
it's like using like the butt. I would say like the butt end of your staff. Put it that way, because you have that extra attack with that melee. I mean the polearm. You have polearm mastery, so I'd say you can use a bonus action.
Alright, so I want to use my bonus action.
You don't even have to roll. Yeah, you just like, because she's like right there next to you. You just nudge her like just hard enough for just her to like snap out of it.
Oh, what happened?
Alright. Get your head in the game. Now this bitch gets a fucking 10.
Unfortunately, with all the chaos with this machine, all this energy that's emitting, you're off your game as you swing and just way off from all the force that's coming from it right now. As she looks back at the group, why can't you just leave me? Once again, everyone, you hear this loud cracking noise as the machine jolts and gives off this one last push of energy. As you can see, this whole area just emits with bright white blinding light. And once it does, everything goes still as you see the bright white light turn into green as the what you notice at this point, Mikra that's seeping from the bottom, this light of Mikra emitting the whole place. Everything is shaking right now, and one just last push slams against everyone as everyone at this point hits the floor, sending them like 5 feet back, and everything just stops. All the lights from the braziers and everything that's kind of just emitting from like this arcane energy just stops for a moment as everything is dark. And as you start to come to, you start seeing the lights coming from the crystals start to flicker and come right back little by little. Everything is dim at this point. The light that was coming from the machine is totally gone. And that's where we're going to pick up from next session. Everyone receives either 2 points to any ability, or you can choose a feat.
Does that mean we leveled?
No.
God damn it.
Everyone,
Oh shit.
everyone,
Wait, why are you complaining about?
everyone
I'm
choose.
I'm
You
not,
have
It's
2
basically
points,
leveling without. No.
and you can throw it anywhere you want, or you can choose a feat.
And we get the effects of a long rest.